séries, é tanta notícia do Flash que eu nem sei por onde começar. A gente conversou com Grant Gustin, todo o elenco da série, para saber o que esperar dos próximos episódios, inclusive da perda da Nora. Então, se você é fã da série, se liga na nossa entrevista.
Season and tells us that the universe is in jeopardy, and in order to save the universe, Barry Allen's going to have to die. So there's that. And right out of the gates, we're kind of seeing what the fallout is from Nora's vanishing, and the different ways that Barry and Iris are both kind of not dealing with it in the best possible way. So that's kind of where we could need the other show to stand up on our own two legs. But it's going to be weird without them. I mean, it's going to be really, really weird. And, you know, we only have one season technically contracted after this season, so we could be next. Like, could be the Supergirl verse. The monitor shows up and says Barry Allen's going to die. I mean, he knows nothing. He doesn't know that Oliver's had that conversation with him. He doesn't. I think we're both kind of on islands at this point, thinking like we're both doomed, you know? Yeah, Barry doesn't know about that deal that they made.
I think there's a deep dive for both Barry and Iris. I think they both, deal with grief in their own way, and they both, resort to getting to work. Because there's always some mess happening in Central City, and it's such an easy distraction to go to that. And that's what we kind of get into episode 1, is they both realize that they're going about it in the wrong way, trying to push this stuff to the side. They realize they really have to be there for each other and grieve together in order to move on and move forward. I've been talking about it for a long time. It's something I've wanted as an actress for this character. We have a new showrunner, Eric, who also, loves the character Iris West and wants to see that happen. And so we're really moving into that this season. We see her hiring employees for the Citizen. We see her kind of moving towards that Pulitzer Prize winning journalist that we know and love in the comics, which I think everyone has been waiting for. I was saying earlier, I don't know how long this show will go. I have no idea. And I just didn't want it to end without us having that iconic reporter that we know from the comics. I think it would have been a huge missed opportunity.
I'm really excited for next season. I feel like in season 5 we got to explore Caitlin and Killer Frost's relationship with each other, and I think in season 6 we're going to get to see Killer Frost's relationship with the rest of Team Flash, so I'm excited to see a bit more of that. I feel like there's a lot of fun to be had with Killer Frost because she hasn't had a ton of experiences yet, and she is, she gets to try things for the first time a lot, which I think will be cool to see. How does she feel about pizza? Suit in season 4, and we actually designed the new suit for season 5. There was never an opportunity to write it into one of the scripts, so that's why it's not debuting until season 6. But I'm really excited about this suit. We got to pay an homage to some of the comics, which I love, and yeah, I'm excited about this suit.
It was, I wouldn't say it was hard for me as much as I would say it was weird. I never requested that. Sometimes we get a little bit of leeway in terms of what we want to see from our characters when we work on the show, but that particular decision was not something that I sort of instituted. So it surprised me a little bit when I started reading about his desire to get rid of these powers, but at the same time I welcomed the challenge because I saw it as exactly that, a challenge. I like new things, I like unexpected directions, as long as they're, plausible and justified in some way. And I definitely felt like that gave me a little bit of meat to work with because it was so unexpected. And I like defying audience expectations, and I think part of what we do is, keep audiences on the edge of their seats. And I definitely thought that making such a decision was controversial, and I like that. I don't really think so. I think part of what's great about Team Flash and what they have going on is that they're a family, right? And they're a core unit. And even though you may not always understand why your Uncle Bob did X, Y, or Z, you can love him enough to sort of support him through that decision and respect him, And I think that's definitely the kind of energy that's being explored between these characters, is even though they might not completely understand why Cisco made this decision, they recognize that it's something he felt he needed to do and something that was important to him. And, Cisco can't be his best Cisco if he's not happy, and if, carrying the burden of being a superhero is not making him happy, then obviously that had to go.
We're going to be playing that out throughout season 6, which I'm really, really excited about because that's such a huge part of Ralph Dibny and that whole thing, Ralph and Sue. And we are going to meet her. We are going to see her. I'm not going to tell you exactly when, but he is going to be pursuing, kind of following her journey. and then they will meet, and we'll take it from there. And I'm really, really excited about that. It's something I've been wanting to do, obviously, for a long time. Probably the question I got more than anything was, when is Sue coming? And I'm super happy that we didn't do it any earlier than now. I think it would have been too early. Because one of the things we spoke about when I started was like, let's get this guy ready for that in the long run, you know? And from where he was at season 4 to where he is now, he's grown and evolved so much. I love playing him, and I love doing that evolution and all those character arcs to bring him to where he is. And now I think he's ready. He's ready for love, baby. There's going to be so many aspects of that are really going to be what he brings to the team and what he pursues in the season. You know, finally getting to that point where he is the detective that he is in the comics, and only going to progress throughout the season in that and become better and better at that. I mean, I've always said from day one, you know, that's kind of really his superpower. I know the stretchy thing and everything like that, but I think the deductive reasoning and the detective stuff, in the comics anyway, like that's really what his superpower is. I mean, he's supposed to be second only like Batman, maybe, you know? He's supposed to be one of the most brilliant detective minds, and I like that we've taken a long time to cook that, and we're almost there. We're there, and we're going to see a lot of that. We've already started with some of that. We're going to see a lot of that this year.